Peace and greetings, everyone. It's Christina of Witches and Company. In this video, we will discuss how to do magic so your family doesn't know. The first thing I want to get into is that magic is personal, and if you have people around you that are questioning and doubting and saying, "What is that?" and "That is evil," personally, those are reflections of you. So, magic being personal and people coming around your altar and your magic and they ask, "What is that?" You shouldn't do that. Those are your own doubts that they're speaking about. And so if you're battling those doubts within yourself, maybe they don't need to see the magic. I do my magic by myself. I don't share it. I don't tell people about it. I do it by myself when I'm by myself because I don't want other people's thoughts to interact with my magic. When it comes to my ancestral altar, that is my altar that I honor my ancestors and give my offerings and things to. That magic is within my closet. It's not a out in the open altar. So if you are having an idea that if you do these elaborate altars and that your family will come around and you don't want them to know, don't have it around where they can see the altar. Altars, as I discussed in the What is Magic video, do not have to be elaborate tables with oranges and cinnamon and honey and all of these things. Altars could be simple. In my bathroom, I honor Yamea, Yamoa, Yamoja, different pronunciations. I call her Yamea, Yamaya. I honor her in my bathroom. My bathroom is the color blue, light blue. I have seashells. I have mermaid statues and things like that. The average person would go into the bathroom and think the bathroom is just decorated in that theme. They wouldn't assume that it's an altar. Therefore, they're not going to put their negative thoughts in my bathroom or be fearful. If you're attracting people that are saying magic is scary, you might need to ask yourself, do you think magic is scary? Do you have a belief that magic is scary? So this is going to be a quite simple, very simple video. How to do magic where your family doesn't know. Your family does not need to know. Magic is between you and the Creator, just like religion is a relationship between you and God. Magic is between you and your Creator and what you're trying to create. So if you are doing magic and you have even the slightest doubt or the slightest fear that someone will stumble upon your altar and get scared or put the idea of what is this and try to tell you don't do it, ask yourself, are you scared? What do you fear? So, excuse me, like I said, how do you do magic around where your family doesn't know? They don't need to know. I do not incorporate anyone into my magic unless I know that they're not fearful and they're not going to throw negativity towards the ritual. I have a sister, Malik, who does some of my rituals with me, and it's between me and Malik. I know that these days we want to show off and we want to show people what we're doing, and I'm doing this spell and this is what my altar looks like. But we need to be understanding that the altars are personal. They're your altar self, your altar higher self, your altar personality, and be mindful of what you're projecting. If you are projecting magic to be scary, you will be met with people who think magic is scary. Some of us that I have, when met and things like that, they want to do that. They want to have big Baphomets and big evil things, so when people come around, they can get scared. And to me personally, that's more egotistical and has nothing to do with the magic. That is that trying to scare people and trying to make people think that you're evil. And magic is not evil. So, how to do magic so your family doesn't know. Your family does not need to know. Nobody needs to know. It's best that whenever you're doing something to manifest something, that is between you and the deities that you're dealing with, and that you don't think to automatically go show off. Sometimes on Snapchat I share parts of my rituals, but I never tell what I'm doing. This is how I'm doing it, or these are what these symbols mean. I keep that between me and myself and keep the symbols to me. So I did a snap video on a oil love lamp, and I showed me, you know, how I put certain bay leaves and things like that into the jar, and people were like, what are those symbols? I didn't share what those symbols were for a reason, because they're personal to me. Magic is personal. We want to keep it to ourselves so we can strengthen our belief, and then we can share with others after it's done. Some people want to do group magic. That's fine. Keep it between the group. Make sure that everyone in the group has the same mindset, so when things are manifested, it is of value. So how to do magic where your family does not know. Your family does not need to know. Your friends don't even need to know. If you're doing magic in some sneaky form of trying to hurt somebody or make somebody love you, they will find out in one way or another, whether it's I dreamed about you, I don't know why, you know, whatever they find out, you know, they'll find out spiritually. They may not find out that you specifically did the spell, but they will find out or feel intuitively that some magic has been done upon them, or some energy is over them that they can shake and things like that. So magic is personal. Magic is not about showing off on the internet. We don't want those negative and doubt thoughts to come over our magic. We don't want people to say, well, I don't think you should have did it this way, and you should have used a blue candle, and you should have did this, pushing their beliefs on your spell. Magic is based on your own personal beliefs and your own experiment. And sometimes we don't need to show off the experiment. We need to show off the results. So while you are experimenting, keep it personal with you, so you can focus the energy, and so your beliefs can determine the results. And like I said in the What is Magic video, magic is an experiment that aids in your experience to manifest your desires. So if you have certain beliefs that you're using a blue candle for a specific reason, and then you go off and show someone else or ask someone else, should I use a blue candle? Should I have did it this way? Is this okay to use? Now you're showing your own doubt. And then if that person says, no, you should have used a gray candle. Well, it doesn't matter really, but now that you have accepted their perspective, now you have to take their perspective and add it into the equation. Magic is personal. It doesn't need to be shown off. Show off the results. Show off the conclusions. Keep the experiment and the theories and things like that to yourself. You don't have to have a big, huge, elaborate altar if you're fearful that people will come over and touch on your altar, say, oh, she's doing evil things. That's something you need to ask yourself. Why are you doing that? So, if you do have an altar that you think someone might come over and be scared of, or they may not like, be mindful of them and respectful of them, and keep your altar in your room, in a closet, and a place that other people can't go around. Some practices, and it's really, social media days, we don't practice these things no more, but it's commonly known that your altar is personal and is not to be shown to anybody. Magic is personal. It's not to be shown off. That's your ego and not your soul. Your soul could care less if anybody believes you. Your soul could care less if they know what you're doing. That's egotistical, and your ego asking for acceptance, or your ego trying to show off that you know something that they don't know. I know how to do magic and they don't. These are the ego. So if you're doing magic and family comes around and they question it and they put alternate ideas around your magic is now null and void. It's not going to manifest the way you want it to, because you have different perspectives aiming towards your magic. Magic is personal. Magic is between you and God. It's personal. I really hope that we understand that. It's not to scare people. It's not to be egotistical. Magic is personal between you and God. Thank you so much, guys.